So we all know that we're probably getting the baby dragon as the next mini, or at least that's what I'm hoping this means. But like, what comes next? Here's 5 concepts of minis that I think should be added in the near future. I'll start with my favorite concept and my favorite troop of all of them, and it's the Dark Prince. The Dark Prince in Clash Royale is very similar to the Prince, but is still unique enough to be distinguishable and have his own personality. Like, both their ponies are the same speed, they both cost 4 elixir and both are epic. Wait, the Prince costs 5? Clash Mini really done ruin the most basic Clash Royale knowledge for me. The only difference though is one of them is a damage dealer and the other one got a weaker attack but with a splash damage. Oh, and a shield too. And the colors are different, and the bucket on his head. We do have the Prince in Clash Mini, and he charges forwards, knocking a tank all the way back, or a ranged mini. Like, if they put it in front, but like, who does that? Obviously, I'm not gonna make the Dark Prince the exact same, but with a shield. Wouldn't be much creative, would it? I want the Dark Prince to have an upside down charge. Like, when you place him here, instead of him charging forward, he will charge from the enemy side all the way to your side. And if there was any mini on his way, instead, he will knock it to your side and he will stay on the enemy side. I think that's like a decent way to execute a dark version of the Prince's mechanic. For upgrades, I think the first upgrade should just be Cleave. I mean, Splash is just too iconic for him. We can't miss it. The second upgrade is Shields. The upgrade will give him 4 shields that will absorb the next 4 hits before it allows the opponents to access his actual HP. So basically the shields can get wasted with 4 low damage hits or can tank 4 P.E.K.K.A hits. It doesn't really matter, it's just 4 hits. And the third upgrade is obviously the pony. He needs to have the same third upgrade as the Prince. For stats, I think 10 HP with +3 every upgrade is a fair choice, considering he should be less tanky than the Prince. Damage should also be 1 because he's objectively weaker than his brother. Hits per second though I think should be 1 because he does hit faster than the Prince with a +0.3 increase every update. And he is obviously gonna cost 4 elixir as well. The second troop is the Executioner, and he throws an axe that boomerangs and can hit again on the way back. I think if executed correctly, he would make a great addition to Clash Mini. My idea for him is to be an infinite ranged mini that would target the furthest mini while also piercing through any mini that is on the way. It's like a mix between an archer and a magic archer. But what makes him unique is that the closer the target is to him, the faster he attacks, because he will need to wait for the axe to return before his reloading animation. For the first upgrade, I would give him an axe radius increase. For the second upgrade, I would give him a second axe. No, it's not like he would be able to shoot 2 axes. It's just that he would use the second axe to be able to do his reload animation even if his main axe was not with him. Kind of like makes him attack immediately if his target was very far away. The third upgrade would be Barbed Axe. His axe is now poisonous, and if it hits an enemy it will poison them, dealing 1 damage every 5 seconds consistently until the next round. Unlike the Wizard's Burn effect, which lasts for a limited time, poison lasts the entire round but deals less damage. And for sure he will be a 4 elixir mini. For stats, I would give him 9 HP with +2 every upgrade. Damage being 1 is very fair because the mini he is targeting is guaranteed to be hit twice anyway. Attack speed, or reload speed I must say, would be 1 second and wouldn't increase with upgrade. I mean, we have an upgrade specifically made for that. The third mini will be the Goblin Giant. I was thinking of not including him since he targets buildings, but honestly it's just a concept. Who cares? The Clash Mini team would probably figure out a way to make him work. Goblin Giant is a tank with 2 spear goblins supporting him on his back, like how a subscribe would be supporting this channel. And I think he would be cool in Clash Mini considering he does a moderate job both attacking and defending, which makes him a balanced all-arounder. At 0 stars he would be just a normal tank with moderately okay HP count and with the spear goblin on his back, dealing chip damage every now and then. The first ability allows him to throw 2 spears as a clash, 1 on each side, dealing 3 damage each, which is like half the damage of the normal spear. The second ability would give him a super that would allow the spear goblin that is on his back to throw a spear to the front that would also deal 3 damage. I mean, compared to the other supers we have, I don't think a 3 damage super would be a bit too strong, especially since it could miss at some times. The final ability I would give him is a KO ability that allows the spear goblin on his back to drop into the battlefield, throwing a full 6 damage spear and continue existing on the battle board normally. Think of it like an actual spear goblin. Obviously, he will be 4 elixir. For stats, I think having 16 HP and a +4 per upgrade would suffice. Hit speed should be around 0.7 hits per second with a +0.1 per upgrade and would deal 1 damage per hit. Mini number 4 is the Ice Golem, and just like the Goblin Giant, just ignore the fact he targets building. The Ice Golem is a tank specifically designed to tank damage and support by slowing down the enemies and dealing a tiny bit amount of damage to them. In Clash Mini, I want to remove the damage from him and makes his slowing after death a bit stronger, so he's like a bit different from the giant skeleton. At 0 stars, he would have Ice Bomb, which is like the Ice Wizard's old 3rd upgrade. Since the Ice Wizard doesn't want to use it anymore, he might as well give it to the Ice Golem. The first ability would increase the Ice Bomb radius to make it match the Mega Knight's upgrade jump size, which is funny because that's almost what the Super Ice Golem does, except it was like the whole arena. The second ability would make it so when the Ice Bomb effect goes away, it keeps enemies slow for some time. I think it's neat to have him function a tiny bit like the original Ice Golem. The third upgrade should be something like whenever a mini touches him to attack him, it gets slower. So like a ranged mini similar to the Musketeer would be fine, but like a melee mini would get slowed down like a tiny bit every time he tries to attack. I think that would be like a cool mechanic and a very useful upgrade. He would probably make a great 3 elixir mini. For HP, I'm considering giving him 12 with like 2 HP per upgrade. Hit speed would be like 0.25 hits per second with 0 per upgrade and dealing 1 damage, since he shouldn't really be dealing much damage anyway. The final mini is none other than the Firecracker. As annoying as this pesky little pink-haired girl, I think she would be a cool addition to Clash Mini, mainly because of her unique mechanics. She gets pushed back whenever she shoots, and her shot deals focused damage to one target and ends up spreading after. On Clash Mini, I think she would shoot a rocket that deals 2 damage and spreads into 3 pieces, dealing 1 damage each. When she shoots the rocket, she would get a pushback of 1 tile, but the catch is the pushback is not actually useful, unlike Clash Royale. She would get stunned if she bumps into anything when she gets pushed back. For the first ability, I think a simple buff to her rocket making it deal 4 damage and 2 damage on split would be cool. The second ability would remove the stun from the pushback bump completely, which is another simple upgrade, but it fits her kit so well. The final upgrade would increase the range of the splash after the main rocket hits, making it reach twice as much as it used to do before. Definitely I see her being a simple 2 elixir mini. For stats, I think she would have like a range of 5. For HP, I would give her like a 6 HP with +1 every upgrade. For attack speed, I think a 0.4 attack speed plus 0.05 per upgrade seems a bit fair. She was never really a fast attacker anyway. That's all 5 concepts. Which one was your favorite? Let me know down below, and maybe someday it'll get added.